Hi everyone, good evening. So I am Dhanmeet Kaur, team leader, Astron
Yes,
Institute
ma'am.
of International Study, Gurgaon. So before starting webinar, I just introduced my company. So we are Astron Group. We are 19 years old organization. We are doing NABH and JCI for the hospital by doing quality accreditation. And also we are offering 50 plus diploma programs certified for nurses and paramedical technicians. And we are accredited by the ISO standards, that is 17024 29990 and also we are Skill India training partner, and our certificates are lifetime valid. It is valid in India as well as internationally too. Right now, over 15,000 nurses are certified from Astron and doing job in at national and international level in a good organization. So today we have webinar on ICU care bundle care, and it is taken by the Dr. Alka ma'am. So now I would like to introduce Miss Major Alka. She has 15 years of experience, in which 10 years she served in the Indian Army. She was awarded with Florence Nightingale Award by Rajasthan Nursing Council. Previously, she worked at various hospitals as nursing superintendent. Currently, she is nursing superintendent and operation head in Trine Hospital, Jodhpur. We will honor to have you among us, ma'am. Now
Thank you
it's
so
over
much.
to you, ma'am. You can start.
Yeah. Mom, should I share the screen or you will share?
Yeah, you can share, ma'am.
Okay.
And please, everyone, mute yourself. कोई अपना mic मत खोलिएगा, बीच में disturbance create होगी. Thank you.
Mom, I'm not able to share it. Please, can you do it for me?
Yeah, ma'am, sure. Just a minute. Ma'am, it's shown आ रहा है screen पर. Yeah, it is visible, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. And as all you are aware that today's topic is very important in hospital setup, that is ICU care bundle. So, in the perspective of patient care, even being a staff nurse, being a doctor, it's very important aspect. Because why it is so important? Because it reduces the mortality rates in ICU, it improve the standard of patient care and provide the adequate therapy. So we, by the help of these bundles, we can improve our quality care. So what are the bundles? Bundles are nothing. It's a group of interventions which, when delivered together, lead to a better outcome than the performing interventions individually. So we are discussing bundles everywhere. We every day we seen in ICU setup and charts. Why these bundles are so important in ICU? Because these bundles are very easy to implement. They help the clinicians to deliver bedside care more reliably and more effectively. And these bundles can prevent the serious complication in patient and saves life. So what are the bundles? The Institute of Healthcare Improvement has developed this concept of bundle, and these bundles are the units which are used in ICUs, like VAB bundle, ventilator associated pneumonia, central line bundle, and severe sepsis bundle, and SSI, surgical site infection. So these are the type of healthcare associated infection in commonly seen in ICU and hospital setup. That is CLABSI, central line associated bloodstream infection, COTI, catheter associated urinary tract infection, ventilator associated pneumonia, and surgical site infection. Apart from surgical site infection, every day we are inserting central line, Foley's catheter, and we are dealing with patients on ventilator. So these are the common bundles we are handling every day. So first we will come on ventilator bundles. So what is the VAB? VAB is a lung infection that develop in a person 48 hours or longer after the mechanical ventilation is given by mean of ET tube or tracheostomy. So there are so many organisms which are responsible for the VAB. So commonly are gram-negative routes such as Acinetobacter species and Pseudomonas, other gram-negative, gram-positive bacteria. Why VAP is developing in ICU patients? Because when we intubate the patient, impaired natural protection system is disturbed. So aspiration of microorganism directly goes into the lungs and it make the colonization of the microorganism and it create the it result in the infection. So, what are the key component of ventilator bundles? So, if we talk about the ventilator bundles, first every time we used to say elevation of head of the bed, elevate the bed, daily interruption of the sedation, and assessment for the extubation, peptic ulcer prophylaxis, DVT prophylaxis. Nowadays, we are maintaining a DVT checklist also on everyday basis, and daily oral care is also equally important, and suctioning also. So, if we talk about the head elevation, so head elevation should be 30 to 45 degree in ICU because it may decrease the chances of aspiration of gastric content, which can be we had given through Riles tube and all. So it will reduce the chances of ventilator associated pneumonia. Then we come to the sedation and readiness of the extubation. So lightning sedation decrease the time spent on the mechanical ventilation. In studies, interruption of sedation lead to the decreased mechanical ventilation from 7.3 days to 4.9 days. So it's equally important, but an increase the potential for pain, anxiety might be associated with lightning sedation because the patient had pain. So it again, if a pain will increase. If pain will increase, definitely patient will be feel anxiety. So mild sedation can be given. Then peptic ulcer disease prophylaxis is also important because stress-induced GI erosion ulcers are commonly seen in ICU patients. Normally, when we work in ICU, we used to see that mostly pentoside, ranitidine are used in ICU setup for the ventilated patient because S2 receptor inhibitors are more preferred than the sucralfate. So raised gastric pH may promote the growth of bacteria in the stomach. DVT prophylaxis because it's also very important because high risk of developing DVT in the ventilator patient because there is no movement of the limb. So nowadays everyone is maintaining a DVT checklist and the risk of venous thromboembolism is reduced if we prophylaxis is continuously applied like DVT pump and DVT stockings. But bleeding may increase because in case of anticoagulant are used. So daily oral care with chlorhexidine may decrease the chances of BAP because dental plaques are covered by the biofilm which are colonized by bacteria and can lead to BAP. So recommended is chlorhexidine solution strength is 0.12%. So every nursing staff should know the importance of daily oral care with the chlorhexidine for the ventilator patient. Ideally, it should be in each shift. So in each shift, oral hygiene to be maintained for the ventilator patient. So it's a preventive care bundle, head elevation for 30 to 45 degree, aseptic technique, oral care and sterile suctioning. So closed suction should be there and closed suctioning is preferred. Sedation vacation once in a 24 hours. Peptic ulcer prophylaxis mostly used as H2 blockers. For DVT prophylaxis, in a few cases, if consultant wants to Clexin, they are giving 40 mg per day, and otherwise DVT we are applying DVT pump or TED stockings and Erdling mini protocol for the better outcome. So next bundle is central line bundle. The central line associated blood stream infection are defined as bacteremia in the patient with the intravascular catheter. When we feel that multiple inotropes are going on in for the ICU patients, and we did not find any proper suitable vein for the inotrope, so we go for the center line. So every line has their own advantage and disadvantage, and this is also a source of infection. So organisms responsible for central line association bloodstream infection are streptococci and staph aureus most commonly, and followed by the gram-negative rods and candida. So for central line, we can get with the jumps while handling, and if we are touching without gloves, and because we are I have seen so many patients are so many staff are handling the center line without gloves and without sterile technique, so it can lead the central line infection. So there are the key component for the central line bundle: appropriate hand hygiene. Hand hygiene is very, very important, and use of chlorhexidine gluconate for the skin asepsis. When antisepsis, then when we prepare for central line insertion, the skin should be clean with proper antisepsis, maximum barrier precaution upon the insertion of central line, optimal catheter site selection, and review lines daily and remove unnecessary catheters. I used to see when center line is in situ, still patient is having 2 to 3 cannulas and dressing is soiled with blood, so it should not be there. So appropriate hand hygiene, these are the common 5 moments of hand hygiene. You all know before and after touching the patient, before and after invasive procedure, after removing gloves, and if contamination is suspected. Washing hands or using a alcohol-based waterless hand cleaner can prevent the infection. These are the effective hand hygiene 5 moments of hand hygiene: before touching the patient, before cleaning procedure, after touching the patient, after body fluid exposure, and after touching the patient surroundings. So ideally, medical hand washing is 40 to 60 seconds, and medical hand washing is 40 to 60 seconds, and surgical hand washing is 1 minute. For surgery purpose, 3 to 5 minutes. Use of chlorhexidine for skin antisepsis. 2% chlorhexidine in 70% isopropyl alcohol is recommended for preventing catheter-related bloodstream infection. Allow antiseptic solution to dry for 2 minutes before puncturing the skin. In same way, when we draw the blood also, I have seen nursing staff are cleaning with antiseptic solution, but they will not wait for skin to dry. So you should allow the skin to dry. Optimal catheter site selection. Subclavian vein is associated with the lower risk of catheter-related bloodstream infection than the internal jugular vein. So femoral site is associated with greater risk of infection in adults. So it's hardly femoral site is hardly used in hospital setup. So common is subclavian vein. Review lines daily and remove unnecessary catheters when cannula is not in use. Already you have inserted in the central line. Every fluid and every inotropes is going through central line. So if a patient is having cannula on hands, then you should immediately remove that. The risk of infection may increase over the time if lines remain in place, and record the time date of line placement. Every time either you are putting catheter, either you are putting cannula, either you are putting central line, you should maintain the date of insertion. So it should be date of insertion should be written on that particular dressing. These are the takeaway for the central line associated bloodstream infection. Follow aseptic technique while insertion and handling daily. Sterile dressing, sterile material and equipments. optimal catheter selection, jugular, femoral, or subclavian. Hub disinfection. It's very important when staff is handling sometime I have seen staff is putting the hub or cap on the patient's bed. So these kind of practices we should not follow. Skin aseptic 2% chlorhexidine, daily review of line if there is any sign of phlebitis or any that line is blocked, immediately we should remove it. Then we come to catheter associated urinary tract infection. COTI occurs when bacteria or other germs travel along with the urinary catheter, resulting in the infection in the bladder or kidney. Responsible organs are gram negative, majority of hospital acquired UTIs, and E. coli. E. coli is the most common organism implicated in UTI. Gram positive bacteria also may cause UTI. Staph aureus and enterococci occasionally cause the UTI. So how patient with the urinary catheter can get infection. Organism from the environment can travel along outside of the tubing into the bladder while we are putting the catheter. So one person cannot insert the catheter. You need one assistant who will assist you for the sterile procedure. So it's very important to follow the aseptic techniques while insertion and daily handling, and catheterize only if required or clinically indicated. Position the urobag lower than the bladder level. I have seen few staff were putting the urobag to the with the level of bladder level. So urobag always put lower than the bladder. Follow closed system and daily review and care the inception of incision site, and always give catheter care and early removal, and if early try to remove early Foley's catheter. If there is any sign of infection, catheter should be removed immediately. Then we come to the fourth hospital acquired infection, and that is surgical site infection. Surgical site infection is the one of the most common adverse event that occur with the hospitalized surgical patient or after surgical procedures. Develop at the surgical site within the 30 days of surgery in non-implanted cases, and within 90 days if implant is present, like breast surgery, cardiac, CABG, craniotomy, spinal fusion, open reduction of fracture, pacemaker, herniography, ventricular and peripheral vascular bypass surgery, respectively, where we implant. And there are so many cases which are not reported directly to the hospital, and around 50% of SSI develop after the discharge, which are unreported also. So SSI started with pre-operatively. So we have three stages: pre-operative, operative, post-operative. So SSI prevention should start with the pre-operative care. So clipping of hair is mandated. No shaving, no razor should be used for the pre-op preparation or removal of the hair. 4% chlorhexidine shower at night before and day of the surgery. When patients are coming for when the patient are coming to the hospital on the day of surgery, so it's our responsibility to guide them. We should provide and instruct them to take the chlorhexidine shower at home, and while coming to the hospital, before coming to the hospital, they should take the shower with the chlorhexidine shower, so that infection can be prevented. Preoperative glucose control, maintain preoperative normothermia, and strict adherence to the hand hygiene, protect primary closure incision with the sterile dressing, and keep the dressing dry. If you feel dressing is blood stained or dressing is wet, immediately we should change the dressing. We can there are various hospital where SSI tracker has been used. In if I talk about the organization like Max Healthcare where I work, so we were using the SSI tracker. So step when the patient come for the post-operatively checkup, the message goes to the infection control nurse, concerned doctor, infection control officer. So everybody is in alert mode. So infection control nurse will go and check whether there is any sign of infection present or not. So she can assess, she can keep the track of infection if any SSI is there. But in few hospital, it has been not used. So in that case, you can maintain a register where you can write the status of the wound after post-operative. When they are going for post-operative checkup and suture removal and all, if any pus, redness, swelling is present, it should be notified immediately. Next bundle is sepsis bundle. The latest sepsis bundle known as 1 hour bundle. Previously, it was known as 3 hour bundle and 6 hour bundle. Now it's called 1 hour only. It focuses on rapid initiation of resuscitation, fluid resuscitation, and treatment within the 1 hour of the sepsis recognition. Severe sepsis 1 hour bundle includes measure lactate level, obtain blood culture before administering antibiotic. If consultant has advice for the antibiotic, so we should collect the blood culture before administering antibiotic. So administer broad spectrum antibiotic as soon as possible. Begin with rapid IV administration, 30 ml per kg for the hypotension. Lactase is more than 4. Apply vasopressor if hypotension during the fluid resuscitation. Mean arterial pressure should be more than 65 mmHg. Every hospital has their own checklist and own way of maintaining documentation. So few have checklist, few have ICU chart in which every bundle and everything is monitored. So why it's important? Because it decreases the error of omission. Every shift you can maintain whether oral care has been given or not, central line has been checked or not, Foley's catheter date has been mentioned or not, and chart has the when the Foley's catheter has been inserted and everything. So it is very reliable. You can make out when the central line has been inserted, how many days has been for ventilator, and it will improve the quality standard. We can use these best practices, and it facilitates the communication. When we maintain everything is on chart or checklist, so we can communicate. If doctor will ask you since how many days catheter has been inserted, so you can immediately the 10th day of catheterization, 15th day of central line, and 3rd day of ventilator, so that you can easily track that data. So integrate the multiple other bundle also, which are required in ICU. This is the goal worksheet where everything is maintained, whether oral care is given or not, sedation is given or not, it's been revised or not, daily awakening, weaning protocol has been following or not. So everything it can be managed through this checklist. So suggestion are based on the international evidence and widespread the implementation of care bundles in critical care medicine. So larger number of reports in literature relating the success and effectiveness of critical care bundle associated with the reduction in morbidity and mortality. Thank you so much. If you having any doubt, you can ask me. These are the common bundles which we are following every day.
Ma'am, can you please explain sepsis bundle again?
Yeah, sure. Have you heard about the 3 hour or 6 hour? 6-hour bundle?
Yes, ma'am.
So formerly it was known as 3-hour or 6-hour bundle. Now it has been combined and now it's 1-hour bundle. So as soon as possible, you have seen the sign of sepsis. Immediately you start with the antibiotic and fluid resuscitation. So these are the measures. We do ECG, we maintain the lactate level, and we take the blood culture also before administering antibiotic also. And same way we can start immediately fluid administration. And if we have done the fluid administration, still BP is not coming with the normal range, so we can start the vasopressin. So mean should be more than 65.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I am having one more doubt,
Yeah.
but it's not related of care bundle.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, how we clean like dirty? There are two wound, clean wound and dirty wound. So
Yeah.
I'm having confusion how to clean a clean wound or how to clean a dirty wound from inner to outer or outer to inner.
No. If you are having a cleaner wound and if you are having infected wound, so you should clean the wound through inner to outer.
In clean wound,
Yeah, clean one.
inner to okay, and then
Inner to
in infected wound,
because outer skin may have some infection or bacteria. It can spread to the clean wounds.
okay.
रुक जाओ चलो ना जल्दी जाएगा आया अरे देख वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम बोलने के बाद
ठीक है मैम
एक घर पे जो गया वो बोली है
गुड इवनिंग मैम
Yeah.
Can I hear my voice? मैं जा रही हूँ
Please.
मैं जा रही हूँ अरे कुछ नहीं है अरे ये ले जाओ यार किस लिए नहीं कुछ नहीं ले जाना
प्लीज एवरीवन म्यूट योरसेल्फ अपने प्लीज माइक को बंद कर दीजिए बीच में डिस्टरबेंस हो रहा है एनीबॉडी हैव एनी क्वेश्चन मैम ये कंप्लीट हो गया ना ये
Ma'am, I have one question, ma'am.
किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है तो प्लीज पूछ सकते हैं
Ma'am, I only know about English.
जस्ट
I don't know about
Hello.
मैम वैशाली का क्वेश्चन है क्लिपर इज मैंडेटरी
Clipper, which we are, yes. You should not shave the hair preoperatively.
Okay, but
It can
it's
lead
like
to
very
cut to the skin.
but ma'am, it's expensive. So
No,
many
no,
hospitals
no,
are
no. No, nowadays, every hospital has removed the razor practice.
okay. And another question of mine was that if patient is coming after a 2 month with SSI, then it will be an hospital acquired infection or community acquired infection.
No, as I told you, if any implant is there, so it can be counted for the 90 days. But if there is no implant like cesarean, so it is not counted. If a cesarean patient comes after 2 days, if LSCS has been done, and that will not be counted as SSI.
If patient is admitted till 4 days and after first if she is coming for her first dressing and that time we are observing any discharge or anything that can be come under
That
SSI.
can be surgical site infection. Yes, that can be.
That will be hospital acquired or community acquired, ma'am.
That is it is part of surgical site infection. It's a
Okay.
part of surgical site infection. That's why nowadays everyone is maintaining tracker. So you will be aware that that patient is coming for the review and for the dressing or for the opinion or some stitch removal. So you can track that patient.
Thank you, ma'am.
For that dressing room nurse should be well known, well versed with the surgical site symptoms of surgical site.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you.
Max Hospital has very good tracker for the cervical site infection.
मैम आई हैव अ डाउट
Yeah.
मैम कुछ हॉस्पिटल्स में क्लोरहेक्सिडिन माउथ वॉश को यूज नहीं करते हैं बिकॉज वो बोलते हैं कि वो कैंसर कॉज कर सकता है
Okay. I have not heard because we are using.
हेलो
Hello.
मैम कुछ
We
हॉस्पिटल्स
are
में जैसे
using.
Please speak loudly.
मैम कुछ हॉस्पिटल्स में क्लोरहेक्सिडिन माउथ वॉश जो अपन ओरल केयर करते हैं पेशेंट्स की आईसीयू और पोस्ट ऑपरेटिव पेशेंट्स की तो वहां पे
Normal
क्लोरहेक्सिडिन माउथ
saline
वॉश
can be
को
used. Normal saline can be used instead of chlorhexidine if you are not practicing and if you are not happy with chlorhexidine mouthwash. But we are using.
ओके मैम
Okay,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Next question है किसी का. I have a small doubt about oral care.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have questions. One patient is coming today. He has trauma patient, acne patient. The doctor said take him oral care with betadine. Is this correct?
No, we can't use betadine. Yeah,
That time
but in
can't.
case,
Yes.
he or she has trauma. So betadine betadine gargles can be used for that particular time, but it cannot be used for
Okay. But today I do, ma'am, only
Please one by one आप लोग सब इकट्ठे बोलेंगे नहीं समझ में आएगा. One by one question. अपना नाम बताइए, क्वेश्चन पूछिए.
ऐसा पेपर बता दे जिसको 10-20 लाख नहीं देते हैं.
Okay, मैम. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है यहाँ पर है. हेलो मैम, कैन यू प्लीज एक्सप्लेन
देखो,
अबाउट बिफोर सर्जरी हैंड वॉशिंग.
before surgery.
नहीं ना बस तो फिर
It's called surgical hand washing, which include the 7 step of hand washing. So surgical hand washing we should do for 3 to 5 minutes. And medical hand washing we can do for 40 to 60 seconds, or we can use that Stridlin which you all are using in your setup.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay,
I
and
have a doubt regarding perineal care.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I heard that using betadine for perineal care, is it okay to use betadine for perineal care, ma'am?
Now we
Actually, this will kill the normal flora in that
normal
region.
flora
I
also.
know.
So for that we are using normal saline.
Okay, so
Because
we
it
should.
can cause the skin dryness also. Betadine can cause the skin dryness in perineal area.
Okay, so we should use normal saline
Normal saline.
instead of betadine for perineal
Yes.
care.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
okay, next question. Just a minute. Ma'am, kindly list for how long we have to use a urinary catheter central line.
No. For urinary Follis catheter can be used up to 14 days. Silicone catheter can be used for 1 month.
Okay. When it's medically
and
required.
Riles tube, ma'am.
मैम वन क्वेश्चन.
Yes, please ask.
मैम एक जैसे मान लो कोई सर्जिकल साइड इन्फेक्शन का पेशेंट है, उसको अपनो 90 डेज ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, तो वो कौन सा होना, जैसे जैसे मान लो कोई अपेंडिक्स का है, लेप कोलिक है, उसको कितने दिन करना है, जिसके कोई
30 days.
ऑर्थो की
30
सर्जरी हुई है
days.
उसको
30 days. 30 days. 1 minute. I will show you slide. 30 days.
ठीक है मैम. जो इम्प्लांट वगैरह हुआ है उसका मैम
Yes. Implant के लिए 90 days. एंड जिसमें इम्प्लांट नहीं है, नॉन इम्प्लांटेड केसेस जो है उनका 30 days.
ओके ओके मैम, थैंक यू. मैम जैसे सुपरफिशियली कोई जैसे वुंड होता है, उसके अंदर जैसे हाइड्रोजन पेरोक्साइड वगैरह यूज करते हैं अपने, तो कई बार डॉक्टर अपने को मना करते हैं, कहते हैं इसको नहीं, सिर्फ नॉर्मल सलाइन है, जब बीटाडीन से क्लीन करना है. व्हाट रीजन मैम?
एक्चुअली आजकल जो हाइड्रोजन पेरोक्साइड है वो वैसे भी अगर वुंड हेल्दी है तो यूज नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि वो स्किन इरिटेशन कॉज करता है.
पतन आगे जो पानी
ओके मैम, एक रानी रावत ने क्वेश्चन किया है मैम, ओरल केयर ऑफ पेडियाट्रिक पेशेंट लाइक 3 month 1 year.
ओके, नहीं पीडियाट्रिक बच्चों को कैसे देनी है या क्या पूछना चाह रहे हैं? आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड क्वेश्चन
Pediatric.
बिकॉज 3 months का बेबी का अपने आप करेगा
पीडियाट्रिक पेशेंट होते हैं, हेलो,
या
आईसीयू में मैम जैसे पीडियाट्रिक पेशेंट्स होते हैं ना हमारे पास, तो उसमें ओरल केयर प्रॉपर कैसे करेंगे हम?
इसमें हम जो हमारा स्पंज होल्डर है उसको गॉस पीस में रैप करके उसकी हेल्प से हम करेंगे।
ओके मैम।
Either
मैम
in,
वन क्वेश्चन
And one question, Kanchan Thakur का है मैम, I have a question regarding SSI surveillance.
again I told you कि SSI surveillance infection control has us to do this.
Okay.
She has to monitor.
Ankita
Ma'am, one
Marshall have a question. As in hospital, we are using soap and water for foreless care. Is it correct?
Soap and water for the
Just a minute. Soap and water for foreless care. Is it correct?
no. You cannot use soap and water for the Foley's care.
तो मैम आपसे देखो जैसे मान लो किसी patient को कैथेटर लगाना है,
क्या बोल रहे हैं?
किससे क्लीन करना चाहिए? जैसे अपने को कैथेटर वगैरह इंसर्ट करना है तो जैसे कई बार क्या है कि बोल देते हैं बीटाडीन से क्लीन कर लो।
नहीं, जब आपको इंसर्ट करना है तब आप बीटाडीन से क्लीन करके इंसर्ट करेंगे, बट जो आप डेली देते हैं वो आप डेली बीटाडीन से नहीं करेंगे।
तो किससे क्लीन करेंगे फिर मैम?
और आप नॉर्मल सलाइन से क्लीन करेंगे।
नॉर्मल सलाइन। ओके मैम, थैंक यू।
नॉर्मल सलाइन से क्लीन करेंगे।
Ma'am, oral care solution need dilution. Is it necessary?
No, nowadays chlorhexidine mouthwash is available.
Okay. And one question from Shirley. Please explain the meaning of sedation vacation.
सेडेशन वेकेशन का मतलब है कि पेशेंट जब वेंटिलेटर पे होता है तो आप उसको कंटिन्यूअसली सेडेट करके रखते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ इन्फ्यूजन आप ऑन करके रखते हैं। सो बीच बीच में जो सेडेशन होता है उसको आपको ऑफ करना है, उसको नोटिस करना है कि पेशेंट अवेक हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा, हाउ पेशेंट इज रेस्पॉन्डिंग। अगर आप कंटिन्यूअसली पेशेंट को सेडेट करके रखेंगे तो आपको पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि आपको कब वेंटिलेटर से आउट करना है। इसके लिए आपको सेडेशन वैकेशन मतलब बीच बीच में इंटरमिटेंटली आपको सेडेशन को ऑफ करना है। अकॉर्डिंग टू द डॉक्टर, जो भी आपका इंटेंसिविस्ट आपको बोलता है कि लाइक फेंटानिल चल रहा है, पेशेंट फाइट कर रहा है एंड आपका जो टाइडल वॉल्यूम है वो नहीं आ रहा है, पीप बढ़ रहा है, इसमें बोलते थे फेंटानिल स्टार्ट कर दो, मिडास इन्फ्यूजन स्टार्ट कर दो। दैट डजंट मीन्स कि कंटिन्यूअसली सेडेशन चलता ही रहेगा। उस केस में नेक्स्ट डे थर्ड डे लग रहा है कि पेशेंट अभी स्टेबल है, तो विनिंग हाउ टू मेजर, आप कैसे मेजर करेंगे अगर सेडेशन ऑफ ही नहीं करेंगे तो फॉर दैट इट्स अ सेडेशन वैकेशन, मतलब बीच में उसकी छुट्टी करनी है।
Okay. So 1:1 ratio is important.
Staff or nurse,
ICU, I think.
ICU nurse, yeah, for better patient outcome or for better patient care.
Okay, so one question from Sunita. How many days after we change the central line dressing and lifeline of central line insertion?
Central line dressing should be changed every day or SOS. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने मॉर्निंग में ड्रेसिंग लगाई एंड वो ब्लड सॉइल हो गया ऑलरेडी एंड आप उसको चेंज ही नहीं करेंगे। नो, वी हैव टू चेंज द नेक्स्ट डे। नो, देयर इज नो रूल कि आपने एक बार पर डे चेंज कर दिया तो आप 4 आवर या 6 आवरली नहीं करेंगे। एज सून एज पॉसिबल व्हेन यू फील ड्रेसिंग इज सॉइल्ड, और एवरी डे व्हेन यू आर टेकिंग द ओवर, every day morning when sponging is going on, all tubings has to be checked for the patency or for dressing, मतलब for soil dressing। तो ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता है कि ड्रेसिंग 3 दिन में चेंज करनी है, 4 दिन में चेंज करनी है। एवरी डे यू हैव टू चेंज द ड्रेस, यू हैव टू क्लीन दैट एरिया। अगर ड्रेसिंग सॉइल तो ट्वाइस अ डे यू कैन चेंज।
Next question.
Latest guidelines of safe.
या
Please ask. Ma'am, next question is Supriya Patna ka. Please explain about PUD prophylaxis.
प्रोफाइलैक्सिस, डीवीटी प्रोफाइलैक्सिस एंड क्या वो जानना चाह रहे हैं?
They didn't mention, ma'am. Only PUD prophylaxis.
How stress ulcer prophylaxis contribute in prevention of VAP, ma'am?
Okay, because I will 1 minute here. Because when GI induced erosion are present in gastrointestinal tract, and it can lead to the infection in the stomach. So it can prevent it can cause the VAP also, because when your gastric pH is on higher side, so you should maintain the pH also for the gastric to prevent the gastric erosion.
Okay, so ma'am, next question is from Ligi. How many times we need to do Forley's care in a day? Forley's care
Once in a day.
once in a day. And blood syringe discard on which bin or lab? Tube discard on which bin according to BMW policy, biomedical waste policy?
Red bag.
Ma'am, one question. That ECG leads where we have to discard, ma'am? ECG and glucose strips.
ECG and glucose strip will go to yellow bag.
Yellow only, ma'am. Like
Yellow
some
only. When we are using mask, we are throwing in yellow dustbin only.
Okay, ma'am. That metal thing will be there on ECG leads, no, ma'am.
But still, it will goes in yellow.
Yellow only. That glucose strip also.
Glucose strip also.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Why ECG strip in yellow bin? ECG.
1 minute. Please repeat.
Why ECG paper in yellow bin?
Because that is ECG lead, ECG paper.
ECG paper.
ECG paper will goes to black.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, paper will go in black.
Ma'am, one more question, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, blood bag or BT set with discard?
Blood bag for that. If hospital has blood bank, so the BT set and blood bank send it to blood bank. वहां जाके वो स्टेराइल होते हैं, फिर वो जाते हैं उसमें रेड में. अगर आपके पास वहां पे ब्लड बैंक नहीं है, तो इट विल गोज इनटू द येलो में. बिकॉज आप उसको स्टेराइल नहीं कर रहे हो, आप डायरेक्टली थ्रो कर रहे हो.
तो मैम बीटी सेट और ब्लड बैग दोनों ही येलो में जाएंगे मैम?
हाँ, दोनों में फिर येलो में जाएगा.
और जो मैम ब्लड की जैसे वाइल होती है, जैसे मान लो एग्जांपल के तौर पे ईडीटी वाइल वगैरह होती है, ये किस में जाएगी फिर डिस्कार्ड में? यही भी येलो में मैम?
सेम येलो में जाएगा.
ठीक है.
Ma'am, next question is please explain about CDC guideline.
CDC guideline
CDC guideline.
CDC guideline किस लिए जाना चाहते हैं?
Only there.
Latest guidelines from latest CDC guidelines.
Regarding for what?
Regarding catheter or four bundle cares, ma'am.
These are latest guideline only, which I have mentioned.
Okay.
These all are according to CDC guideline. जो presentation में आपको बताया है, सारी guideline latest guideline के according ही है.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, next question is what practice reduce HAI rate in hospital?
Hospital acquired infection rate most commonly is hand hygiene. I have seen the nursing staff, housekeeping, healthcare like ward boy, GDA, even doctors. If you see the data, you will be surprised. जो आपका हैंड हाइजीन का डेटा है वो 60-70 से ऊपर होता ही नहीं है. बट जहाँ पे इन्फेक्शन कंट्रोल नर्सेस नहीं है, मॉनिटर नहीं कर रहे हैं, वहां ये डेटा 80-90 से होता है. तो हैंड हाइजीन इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ऑल बंडल्स.
Ma'am, in our hospital, we are discarding the blood vacuolators after autoclaving in red bin only.
Yeah,
Is it?
yes, after autoclaving you will discard. सेम विद ब्लड बैग ऑल्सो. अगर आपके पास ब्लड बैग है, उसका ऑटोक्लेव होगा, देन इट विल गो इनटू रेड. अगर आपके पास ब्लड बैग नहीं है, ब्लड बैग आउट. अगर आप उस ब्लड बैग को वापस ब्लड बैंक में नहीं भेज रहे हैं एंड आपका लैब डजंट हैव दैट ब्लड डिस्कार्ड सिस्टम, तो इट विल गो इन येलो.
Okay, thank you.
So, ma'am, Ankita Mashra have a question. As per our guidelines, CVP dressing, if it is transparent dressing, is changed after 7 days, and gauze dressing after 2 days. Is it correct?
Yes. Even cannula also, you have to use transparent dressing for every tubing loss, CVP, center line, cannula. Everywhere nowadays, every hospital is following transparent dressing only. आजकल वो if you have seen that plaster practice, elastoplaster, वो practice तो abolish हो गई है. मे भी कोई छोटे सेटअप में यूज करते होंगे कटिंग द प्लास्टर एंड पुटिंग ऑन कैनुला एंड सेंट्रल लाइन. नाउ इट हैज बीन abolished from the hospitals. So आजकल टाइगरडम which we are using plastic and transparent dressing.
So, next question from Shrikant. Hello, pressure sore wound dressing is mandatory to change 2 times a day?
No. There are so many companies which they are providing medicated dressing, so they have their own lifespan. Like if I will take one company name like Monile, they are providing bedsore dressing which is already medicated, so their lifespan is 48 and 7 days also. So if अगर उनका lifespan है तो you need not to change every day. So we are using that sterile medicated dressing for bedsore.
Yeah, please ask.
मैम मैंने भी
आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही है.
हम देखते हैं कि एडल्ट्स के जो हेलो.
हाँ जी, एडल्ट्स के जो कैनुला है.
हेलो मैम, एनएबीएच के गाइडलाइन के अकॉर्डिंग एडल्ट्स के जो हम कैनुला है वो 72 आवर्स के बाद हम लोग चेंज करते हैं. मगर जो पीडिया के जो बच्चे होते हैं
न्यू गाइडलाइन आ रही है.
हाँ, न्यू गाइडलाइन आ गई है. इन्फ्यूजन
अगर पेशेंट है कैनुला तो नो नीड टू चेंज द कैनुला.
बिल्कुल,
उसमें कोई भी रेडनेस नहीं है, स्वेलिंग नहीं है, पेन नहीं है.
अब तो आप अगर
हाँ, तो हम चेंज नहीं करेंगे.
It can be used for the 7 days also. We had one project, one cannula, one patient. ये काम मैंने क्वालिटी इनिशिएटिव काम चलाया. सो अभी कैनुला चेंज नहीं करना है 72 आवर्स में अगर फिलेबाइटिस का साइन नहीं है और आपका स्कोर अगर 2 से ऊपर नहीं
जा रहा. इवन 1 से ऊपर भी अगर नहीं जा रहा तो हम कैनुला चेंज नहीं करते.
कैनुला चेंज नहीं करना. न्यू इन्फेक्शन ये इनकी INS सोसाइटी का गाइडलाइन है, तो आजकल ये चेंज हो गया है.
ये 6th एडिशन के अकॉर्डिंग आया है या 5th एडिशन के अकॉर्डिंग तो नहीं है ऐसा?
नहीं, आप इन्फ्यूजन गाइडलाइंस देखिए, न्यू इन्फ्यूजन गाइडलाइंस. इसी के लिए आजकल इन्फ्यूज ऑडिट्स करवाते हैं हॉस्पिटल वाले, तो उसमें भी यही करते हैं कि जो एक कैनुला है अगर वो पेटेंट है तो आपको उसको 72 आवर्स में चेंज नहीं करना है. देयर आर सो मेनी कंपनीज लाइक BD, 3M, ये लोग इस प्रोजेक्ट को ड्राइव करते हैं और इसको ट्रैक करते हैं. बहुत सारे हॉस्पिटल्स में ये लोग इसीलिए इन्फ्यूज ऑडिट कराते हैं, इन्फ्यूजन प्रैक्टिसेस एंड ये सब मॉनिटर करने के लिए ट्रेनिंग भी प्रॉपर कंडक्ट कराते हैं. आप पढ़िए उसकी सोसाइटी की गाइडलाइन, INS की न्यू गाइडलाइन यही है.
थैंक यू मैम.
वेलकम.
Ma'am, I have one question. Ma'am, what is the difference between sterile water and normal saline?
Sterile water and
Normal saline.
सो उसका जो कंपोजिशन है वो देख लीजिए. उसमें सोल्ट होता है, सोडियम होता है, उसमें वो नहीं होता. कंपोजिशन पढ़ लो.
स्टाइल वाटर के साथ जो जितने भी एंटीबायोटिक्स आते हैं वो हम स्टाइल वाटर के साथ मिक्स कर सकते हैं?
स्टेराइल वाटर के साथ नहीं. कुछ एंटीबायोटिक हैं जो सिर्फ आप 5% के साथ में ही कर सकते हो. आई फॉरगॉट द नेम एग्जैक्टली, एंड वन एंटीबायोटिक इज देयर व्हिच कैन बी डिसॉल्व्ड विद 5% ओनली.
यस मैम. मैम एक्चुअल में मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था बिकॉज हर एंटीबायोटिक के साथ स्टेराइल वाटर फॉर इंजेक्शन आता है एवरी एंटीबायोटिक के साथ. बट हम जब पेशेंट को देते हैं तो हम स्टेराइल वाटर नहीं यूज करके हम हॉस्पिटल सेटिंग्स में NS में डिसोल्व करके देते हैं.
हाँ, बिकॉज वो उसका डिस्टिल वाटर का कॉस्ट देते ही नहीं है. लाइक मैं अगर टैजेक की बात करूं, टैजेक के साथ में अगर 10 ml का डिस्टिल वाटर आता है तो वो इसलिए डिसॉल्व नहीं होगा. इट विल टेक टाइम. यू नीड 5 मिनट और 10 मिनट. यू हैव टू सेक मल्टीपल टाइम्स. for that cases we have to put 20. तो अगर आप 20
ma'am.
करो तो आप 10 ml फिर कहाँ से लाओगे? या तो आपके पास 10 ml आप इंडेंट करो और वो पेशेंट को चार्ज हो फॉर प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल, तो फिर हम
Yes,
लोग
ma'am.
क्या करते हैं उसमें फिर हम नॉर्मल सेलाइन यूज करते हैं.
बट मैम स्टेराइल वाटर एंड नॉर्मल सलाइन का पीएच इक्वल होता है क्या?
पीएच नहीं, उसमें सोडियम कंटेंट होता है, बस वही डिफरेंस होता है. कुछ एंटीबायोटिक ऐसे हैं जो सोडियम के साथ में प्रेसिपिटेट कर जाती हैं कुछ में एंटीबायोटिक्स.
यस मैम. बट हमारे यहाँ पे कुछ एनेस्थेटिक्स ऐसा बोलते हैं कि दोनों का पीएच ह्यूमंस ब्लड के लिए मतलब एनएस का तो पीएच इक्वलेंट होता है.
इक्वलेंट इवन डिस्टिल्ड वाटर भी हम यूज करते हैं.
हाँ, बट वो ये कहते हैं कि स्टेराइल वाटर को आप कभी पुश नहीं करेंगे आईवी. व्हाई?
पुश नहीं करेंगे.
हाँ, इट्स मीनिंग इंजेक्शन के साथ या किसी के साथ भी स्टेराइल वाटर डायरेक्टली आईवी पुश नहीं करना है.
अच्छा, सॉरी बट मैंने ऐसी प्रैक्टिस तो देखी नहीं है कभी.
बट मैम मैंने एनेस्थेटिक ने ऐसा बोला है तो इसीलिए मेरा डाउट था ये.
नहीं तो फिर आपको उनसे पूछिए कि व्हाट इज द रीजन बिहाइंड दिस. अगर लेटेस्ट कोई गाइडलाइन है तो दैट आई डोंट नो.
एंड वन मोर क्वेश्चन मैम, जो हम पेरिनियल एरिया को क्लीनिंग करने के लिए अगर हम बीटाडीन यूज नहीं करते हैं बिकॉज डिहाइड्रेशन,
ड्राइनेस, स्किन ड्राइनेस,
स्किन ड्राइनेस एंड एनएस आल्सो क्रिस्टलाइजेशन.
नहीं, एनएस इतना नहीं करता है.
सो हम वहां पे स्टेराइल वाटर क्यों नहीं यूज कर सकते?
बिकॉज दैट एंड सोडियम हैज few antibacterial property also.
यस मैम, थैंक यू मैम.
मैं वन मोर क्वेश्चन.
जी
मैम
यूरोबैग और यूरिक कैथेटर विच डिस्कार्ड मैम?
येलो में होगा वो डिस्कार्ड.
येलो मैम.
यूरो बैग एंड
और कैथेटर मैम?
कैथेटर.
हाँ जी.
अगर ये
रेड में वो रेड में डिस्कार्ड होगा. उसका यूरिन पहले हम डिस्कार्ड कर लेंगे. यूरिन को हम डिस्कार्ड करके फिर जो बैग बचेगा उसको हम रेड में ही डिस्कार्ड करेंगे.
इसमें मैम?
वो येलो में नहीं जाएगा.
तो यूरोबैग किस में जाएगा मैम?
वो रेड में जाएगा. यूरिन को
यूरोबैग रेड में जाएगा. और कैथेटर मैम येलो में?
कैथेटर भी वो भी प्लास्टिक प्रॉपर्टी.
नहीं मैम, यहाँ पे तो सब हरियाणा के अंदर जो हम लोग फिफ्थ एडिशन के अकॉर्डिंग जो हम लोग ऑडिट करवाते हैं उसमें तो जो येलो बैग और फॉलिस बताया है ये तो येलो में ही जाता है.
नहीं ऐसी गाइडलाइन कोई है ही नहीं.
रेड में डिस्कार्ड करते हैं.
ये बोलो ना, रेड में ही करते हैं डिस्कार्ड. इवन उसको
आप अपना ग्रुप
एम्प्टी करने के बाद
प्लीज आप लोग के जो क्वेश्चन है आप लोग पूछिए. अभी सब ग्रुप डिस्कशन चेक करिए प्लीज. ओके, सो अभी मैम जो क्वेश्चन हमारे पास आया है
मैम प्लीज बताइए यूरोबैग और कैथेटर किस में जाएगा मैम?
रेड में बता, ऑलरेडी डिस्कस हो गया.
ओके, सो आई थिंक काफी सारी सबकी क्वेरीज क्लियर हुई हैं. सेशन वाज वेरी इंफॉर्मेटिव.
मैम मुझे पता नहीं चला अभी तक, आवाज नहीं आई.
रेड बिन में जाएगा.
रेड दोनों ही मैम, कैथेटर और यूरोबैग मैम.
यस, रेड डस्टबिन में. बट मेक श्योर जो आपने यूरो बैग है उसमें यूरिन नहीं होना चाहिए.
हाँ मैम वो तो ठीक है.
हाँ, कई बार हम लोग फॉलिस रिमूव कर देते हैं यूरो बैग में, लाइक 100 ml या 50 ml यूरिन होता है तो हमारे जो वार्ड बॉय हैं वो क्या करते हैं, सीधे के सीधे उसको विद यूरिन उठा के रेड बैग में डाल देते हैं. तो दैट वी हैव टू मेक श्योर कि हमें नहीं करना है.
बट मैम कैथेटर में कुछ माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म हो सकते हैं ना, उसको रेड में तो डालना है. फिर
कैनुला भी हमारे रेड में ही जाता है.
सो आई थिंक सबकी क्वेरीज सॉल्व हुई है. मैम ने काफी डाउट्स क्लियर करे हैं एंड द सेशन वाज वेरी गुड, वेरी इंफॉर्मेटिव फॉर एवरीवन. सो थैंक यू सो मच अलका मैम.
Thank you everyone. It was a wonderful session and very interactive also. So every participant was so enthusiastic. Thank you everyone, and thank you ma'am for giving me this opportunity for the webinar. And thank you.
Thank you so much ma'am. Thank you so much ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
सो एवरीवन, आई थिंक सबको ये जो वेबिनार था काफी इंफॉर्मेटिव भी रहा है. सबके बहुत क्वेश्चंस भी हुए हैं. एंड बी कनेक्टेड विद योर काउंसलर जिनसे आपने कोर्सेज करे हुए हैं या जो बहुत सारे बच्चे कोर्सेज लेने वाले हैं, क्योंकि हमारे आगे जाके बहुत सारे कोर्सेज आने भी वाले हैं न्यू. सो स्टे कनेक्टेड. एंड क्योंकि जो कोर्सेज हैं हमारे 3 months के भी हैं, 6 months के भी हैं, सर्टिफाइड हैं. विद दिस अगर आप सर्टिफिकेट वाले प्रोग्राम्स करते हैं तो अपनी प्रोफाइल को एनहांस करते हैं. इट एड मोर वैल्यू टू योर प्रोफाइल. सो thank you so much for everyone to join this webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.